Hey guys, welcome to Donkey Kong Country Returns. As it turns out, there's a lot of games, and I can't record them all, so I've enlisted the help of my good friend ChaosArgate.
Hi, I got roped into this because, by God, we are going to do every Donkey Kong game.
The good ones, anyway.
So, DKCR is, it came before Tropical Freeze. A lot of it's gonna be pretty similar to what you've probably seen in, Artix's main LP. There's two-player mode. I don't have a second player, so we're not gonna see that.
Second player's really bullshit anyway, because this game is really not meant to be played with two people.
You say that, but, like, they worked it in pretty early, to have two players.
Yeah, but just the platforming you have to do, it really doesn't work.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I think it does two-player better than New Super Mario Bros., where you can collide with each other in midair.
Oh, I love that game. Also, yes, meet our villains. They are the Tikis, who have about a fraction of the personality of the Kremlings.
They lived inside a volcano. And now that we're about to see what they can do.
Those monsters.
Stealing that banana horde.
Do you know how many war crimes we committed to get that horde?
Far too many. Man, that squirrel works fast.
I love this intro because they try so hard and DK's like, what?
So to start with, we get to beat up the Tiki. Fuck you for stealing our bananas. Those were ours. So, like Tropical Freeze, this game has puzzle pieces and does not care for them for 100%. I don't really care about them too much either, but I will get them if I remember where they are and if they're in the way. But don't expect me to get all of them.
That's fair. That's what I'm doing too. So.
Pounding is still in. You can blow on things for whatever reason.
Hey man, it's a very, very important mechanic so that they can use things like fire tikis.
Sure.
I'm not joking. That's actually what it's used for.
I know. There's a lot of things you can pound to destroy them. And you can interact with the background now, unlike DKC Classic.
So, one of the first things you might notice is that the music is... It's very similar to the original Donkey Kong countries. And, well, I say the countries. DKCR is very, very much a retread of DKC1.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
And to be fair, I totally understand. I mean, this is Retro's first shot at it, and I'm fairly certain Nintendo didn't want to just, give them the keys to the car right out of the bat, but...
They gotta prove themselves first.
Yeah, but they could have done it with a little more personality than this. I mean, it also doesn't help that the soundtrack is being done by the Metroid Prime guy, which, it's fine, but that's really not the sort of thing that I don't know, it doesn't feel right.
For what it's worth, the few original stuff he has done for the game sound really good.
I don't know. I guess I'm just spoiled because, you know, Tropical Freeze has David fucking Wise doing the soundtrack.
That's fair. Really early on, they expect you to remember or know that you can do the jump out of the roll in midair thing, which is really unintuitive.
That's probably a callback to the originals, where it was also unintuitive as shit, but, you know, at least it was, like, a thing that was thrown out there almost immediately.
I mean, I realize that. It's just, I did not know how to do that until, like, I recorded this, because I remembered you doing it in DKC 1. I'm not sure if I would have made the, the jump or not, but if I managed to bounce on that parrot, bird thing, whatever, I would have gotten a banana coin, because if you bounce on 3 enemies, you get a banana coin.
That's not all. If you bounce on up to... after you get to 8, I believe, you start getting extra lives. It is absolutely ridiculous later on, because there are stages that are built entirely out of bounce on all the enemies.
We'll be seeing that at the end of World 1.
Oh, I love the K levels, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
So here's a minigame. I am terrible at the minigames in World 1. I don't know why, it just seems to be exclusively World 1. This one is just bounce, or shoot yourself out of the cannon and get all the bananas. Do that, you get the puzzle piece.
Yes, you get the puzzle piece.
In theory, if you can aim properly and not overshoot like I did, like an idiot. I have wondered if, like, the blow mechanic was to just get you familiar with the idea that there's a lot of stuff you can interact with in the background now that it's all rendered in real time and not like pre-rendered backgrounds.
Maybe. I mean, it's not the worst theory I've ever heard.
Then again, I just read an interview like yesterday that says that Miyamoto really wanted the blow mechanic in. Didn't really say why, but...
Yeah, also, yeah, hidden areas. They are super, super bullshit.
There's a lot of them, too. Also, I am not particularly great at timing those barrels at the end, but whatever. They work the same, or if you get the DK emblem, you shake the Wii remote, or... Actually, I think that's the only thing you can do in this one. And you can do that up to 15 times, and however many times you manage to shake it, you get whatever the reward is, times that. So if you got balloons, and you hit it 15 times, you get 15 balloons.
It's a good way to suck a lot of the difficulty out of the game. You know, just randomly getting 15 lives.
It actually did happen at one point when I was recording, and I didn't realize it. And then I looked at my life counter, and it's like, where did I get all these lives?
I mean, that said, the levels are still fairly difficult, so it's not like it's...
It's not unappreciated. Very frequently, you will see me just turn around and go left at the start of levels to make sure there's no secret there. Because it is kind of annoying how often how they put secrets back there, and how there's no real tell other than just going.
Yeah, I think that's probably a holdover from their Metroid days, to be honest.
I'm not surprised.
Where the entire point is, hey, you know, we need to hide stuff so the player does not immediately find it.
That's fair, but I don't know if that really belongs in a platformer like DKC.
Well, they didn't get any better at it between this game and Tropical Freeze, so...
Duly noted. So, level 1-2 introduces the cling mechanic, where you can cling to grassy surfaces. I don't know if there's not much else to say about that, really.
There really isn't. It basically turns anything into a platform. That's about the extent of it.
Yeah. You can pound while you're on the mossy surfaces. They get a little bit of mileage out of that. Also, be wary of piranha plants, I suppose.
I am fairly certain that this entire sequence is pretty much used verbatim in Tropical Freeze. Just with, you know, the relevant background changed.
I would not be surprised. I did it earlier, but I didn't mention it, but you can roll into enemies and kill them, but the roll distance doesn't really go as far as like you'd expect it to. So if you roll into a group of 3 enemies, there's a really good chance that you're just not gonna hit the 3rd enemy and it will hit you instead.
Well, that's a weird quirk of how rolling works in the retro games. Basically, in the rare games, when you did a roll, it would maintain your momentum, and it would just keep you going. So if you hit an enemy, it would act like you just started another new roll. But in this game, and Tropical Freeze, the rolls are a fixed distance. So what happens is, like, if you've got enough distance to get through 2 of them, you will stop after 2, unless you have a partner and can do the infinite roll.
So, if you have a partner, then you get the momentum from the rare games?
Well, no, but the way it works is basically, like, if you can keep doing, like, the rolling action, which I think is, what, shake the Wiimote?
Yes.
Yeah, if you keep shaking the Wiimote, you will continuously roll.
Oh, okay.
Whereas if you have just DK, he will stop after that first roll, no matter if you're shaking or not.
Okay, I didn't realize that. So, the only partner character you get in this game is Diddy, and he's got his jetpack.
Because everybody loves DK64 callbacks, right?
Yep.
It's also really weird because the jetpack is primarily used to give you extra horizontal distance, which is not what Diddy is used for. That was really Dixie's thing. So, whatever.
I wouldn't know. I never played DK64.
No, that's from DKC2.
Oh.
No, Dixie had her hair twirl.
Oh, okay. You activate the jetpack just by holding down the jump button after you jump. That comes into conflict with the enemy bouncing mechanic, which you do by pressing 2 right as you land on an enemy. So there's a considerable bit of overlap there, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's not a fun mechanic, and at least with Diddy, it's not a fun mechanic, and there is quite a few points where it'll really come back and bite you if you don't have that timing down perfect.
Yeah. I completely didn't realize that I got 13 balloons off this level.
Also, please note the creatively named levels, such as Jungle.
I think it's really just more the worlds that are creatively named. You did mention that they were pretty blandly named in Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, they get a lot better in Tropical Freeze, but that's... Oh, what's this?
So, in Cranky's shop, you can buy more lives, you can buy squawks to help you find puzzle pieces, you can buy an extra heart for the level, or you can buy banana juice, which makes you invulnerable for like 10 hits, was it?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I never used it.
Same. You can also buy this map key that lets you access a different level, or path, which you'll see right over there, south of Tree Chop Bop. They all cost 20 banana coins, and really, that's basically the only thing you should really need to buy off Cranky's shop, unless you really want all the puzzle pieces.
You should also never be hurting for banana coins, so it's really not an issue.
Yeah.
Also, note that again, we have heard like 2 songs, and both of them have been literally ripped verbatim from DKC1.
I mean, they're not bad songs, I suppose. Could have done with a little more originality, though, to be fair.
I mean, it's Jungle Japes, and then it's the second half of Jungle Japes that nobody remembers.
So, here's a common thing that DKCR does. There'll be big pits that you need Diddy to go across to get a secret or something. They do it pretty often that, oftentimes I will just go jump right off a pit just to make sure there's nothing over there.
God, this game is very pretty, though.
It is.
It's kind of amazing what they got out of the Wii for this, to be honest.
I think someone, someone at Retro said that, like, there were 3 times as many polygons in this game for any given frame than, Metroid Prime 3.
Smooth.
Be careful with your jumps. I am not good at precision platforming in DKCR. You could probably make an argument that I'm not good at precision platforming in general, but that's another story.
Wow, they really positioned that guy to be a dick, didn't they?
Both of them, really. I mean, you can clear with, like, either jump, but it's a lot tighter with the small jump, and I really dislike those frogs. So this level introduces Rambi, who I think is the only animal buddy in this game.
He is indeed.
Yeah, Rambi fucks shit up. See, he doesn't give any shits about spikes, enemies. He just plows through everything.
Yeah, and there are very specific Rambi blocks that you can use him to break. It's a little weird.
Yeah. So, most minigames tend to be variations of just collect everything on the screen.
Oh man, it's the DKC1 bonus theme! Have you guys recognized the theme yet?
I'm amazed I collected the puzzle piece on this one.
I would be kind of disappointed in you if you didn't, to be completely honest. There was nowhere to fall off on that one.
Yeah, Rambi cannot blow, so fuck that dandelion, we don't care.
Also note that Rambi also defeats the really big enemies in one hit, as opposed to DK, which you have to jump on them 3 times. That can bite you in the ass at times, but it usually doesn't.
Emphasis on usually. That N is placed pretty badly. Also, fire tikis are basically the only things that Rambi does care about. I don't think there's any actual way to deal with fire tikis while on Rambi since you can't blow, but oh well.
I believe you are correct.
They don't really use fire tikis that much, so... I'm not really good at all at timing the barrel shooting.
If it makes you feel any better, this particular puzzle is back in Tropical Freeze, and it is even worse there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I don't know, I never liked timing the barrel shooting.
Uh-oh. What is this bullshit, young man?
I missed the G because I didn't go back after I got out of that minigame.
You had better go correct this.
So, one thing I found out very recently is that DKCR does not... it expects you to get all the Kong letters in one go. So, if you go back in after you've missed one letter and only get that letter, that's the only one you've got for that run, so... If you're gonna get them all, you gotta get them all in one go.
There we go. Much better. Much better.